I guess this is all right. I guess I'm here to give you guys a movie review, which is called Percy Jackson and Percy Jackson and the of the Olympus, the Lightning Thief. The first movie. I haven't seen the second one. Actually, I did see some parts of the second one, but I think I kind of dropped. I may have to rewatch it all over again, but may have to because I've heard they said that the second film was not really all that great compared to the one I'm doing and doing a review for this movie. The Percy Jackson of the based on this movie, it's a pretty good movie. It's not perfect. It's not. One thing I really want to say here, basically, is that, and I think this is my personal own opinion. And one thing I want to say here right now is just that basically when you're like up the Olympus, like heaven, or that's where the gods supposed to stay, or something like that, or something like that. I really don't know because I don't know my Greek mythology or anything like that. So I don't know nothing about Greek because I have no idea or anything like that. When it comes to based on this movie, is this space like I one person will say here. I think that the gods is really that I would say Zeus, telling the rest of his people of the gods they shouldn't go visit their families or something like that. I think that's not really kind of not right for basic for Zeus to basically really would just pronounce just basic of that and just say like we shouldn't do that or anything. And what a person wants to say here is basically that I think that's basically out of character of Zeus, who he really actually is. Really actually is. Now Zeus is just basically like the god of the gods. I say I guess he's just like the top god from other many gods. But I don't know how many gods there really actually are, or stuff like that, or anything like that. But all I do know, like whatever Zeus makes a command or makes a law, that's is bind to him, and that means others would have to obey his laws because he's pretty much in control, and that's what he basically does. And that's what it does. Now, one thing I really am quite surprised based on this movie. They really did not show the lightning thief who stole the lightning from Zeus. Now, that's something I really wanted to ask questions basically about that because if Zeus were to basically were to know like what happened to his what happened to his bolt, because pretty much the bolt is the main source base of Zeus, because Zeus is pretty much called the lightning god. I guess I don't know, and because even though those balls. Now take us for instance of Hercules of the movie Hercules. I know that's just a Disney movie. I know that really actually is, but you see some differences from comparisons when you comes from the Percy Jackson of the movie, also too, and also compared to basically the Disney movie, basically of that. Now, when it comes to the Disney movie of Zeus, Zeus is pretty much he's cool, kind of collected. He seems like he's a cool guy and somebody who likes to make jokes and stuff like that. When it comes to family or anybody else, Zeus does get pretty upset just to see basically really actually happen because I don't think you really don't want to really make Zeus very upset because he'd probably strike you with lightning and that's probably what he would do. Pretty well do. But I mean, to be honest with you, we don't know how Zeus really acts. We don't know like what he really can do or anything like that. And I want to personally want to see here is that I want to say this is that I'm not preferring to say if I accept Zeus basically in this movie compared to Disney. It's really hard for me to say which one would I prefer. To be honest with you, I probably won't prefer both. I probably will not. Probably will not. I probably will not prefer like one or maybe a not, or it's like that. But I would basically see if it's just that I would basically see that Zeus basically as a character would just basically not declare war on the humans because he thinks that Percy Jackson is the one who stole the lightning bolt. However, like I said before, I would like to see based in the movie like how somebody um, got the lightning bolt, which is basically the son of Hermias or whatever that was, a Hades' son. He's pretty much just the one who basically stole the lightning booth. I mean, not the lightning booth. The lightning rod, the lightning rod. I'm so sorry, the base of the lightning rod. So basically, because he hit in the shield, and pretty much, basically, Percy Jackson, basically for himself, is basically, he's just a kid and stuff like that. He doesn't understand like what kind of powers that he really definitely does and stuff like that. You can see like not just based on the beginning of the movie, there's some parts based on the beginning of the movie where you can see him like sitting into the water and stuff like that, and you could just tell like he's so adapted with the water. But even though with the water that he has, it does heals him. That's basically really actually that's basically what the water is supposed to do for him. Now, do I compare Percy to Aquaman? Kind of, but not really, that really basically really that much. But I definitely do think that basically to me, when it comes to based off different comparisons, like I said before, like with Zeus, Zeus based on his Pierce Jackson movie, just the way he is, he seems like he's a really tough guy. It's like being like such a jerk or something like that. It's basically like the man has a short temper. I wouldn't basically say about that. But when you have the Disney movie, comedy, and the guy gets kind of upset and stuff like that. And basically, that's just how Zeus really is. Like I said, I'm not gonna choose both sides, but I just really don't see like how Zeus really actually is and what that he does or anything like that. And basically what it does. So what is this movie basically all about? Like I said, it's basically all about Percy Jackson. Percy Jackson is basically that he is the son of Perseus, means that he's the control of water. It means that he can do whatever he can with the answer based off the powers that he has with water. And basically, just like his father, I don't know Percy Jackson is going to become a god after his dad maybe goes or something like that. We really do not know. I really don't know that basically really too much or anything like that. But one person will say here is that when you see basically just seeing based on this movie, you seeing this other guy, which I'm quite surprised they showed this basically in this movie because usually movies really do not show this kind of thing really all that much. I think they got a little too rash with the base of this movie, and I basically when you see like Percy Jackson like his mom Sally, his mom Sally, basically dated this guy who's basically a drunk. He smokes, he doesn't do everything or doesn't do really a whole lot of things because he wants to do what he wants to do, and basically just order Sally around. And personally, I want to personally just want to say this is basically that. I really do not like it when people really do that stuff, basically when it comes to family and stuff like that. And I don't blame Percy one bit because Percy just doesn't like the guy. Because in my own case and stuff like that, when it comes to family to me and it's basically that, yeah, I would not tolerate that either because I will not because that's not right. I don't expect somebody to force my mother to do things that she really does not want to do. And I think that basically to me that the guy was basically in the movie like he just doesn't really seem to care or anything like that. Like I said before, the guy was just basically a drunk. That's basically really actually is. I would have just basically just punched that guy in the face. I mean, the guys really just gets on. I wouldn't say gets on your nerves, but really just gets under his skin and basically stuff. Because like when it comes to family's family. I definitely do understand it, but I know that Percy Jackson is not that very acquainted with this guy, just basically being around dating Sally and stuff like that. But even though that she said she dropped him, means that she wanted to do things that she needs to do and stuff like that. One thing I'm kind of disappointed basically about this film also as well too because usually Percy Jackson didn't really get to meet his father really a lot. Like I said, I don't like the whole establish of the law by by Zeus to basically just make this law and say well, we can't forbid you you're forbidden to not to see your families for that. And that's something I really do not like. One thing I also am kind of disappointed as well too because Poseidon doesn't really get to see I guess when you basically see his wife or his girlfriend or something like that. I really do not know if Percy, if not Percy, I don't know if Poseidon and Sally were really actually married. I don't know. That's something I would like to know because I'm not really so sure or anything like that. Because all I do know they're visual novels based off this series. Now there is a second movie I probably will rewatch it again, but however, I'm not really so sure if I really want to drop it or really or not because it really does not show really that much, basically when it compares from this first one to the second one. I think the first one is just kind of just not really there for me or anything like that. It's not a terrible film. It's really it's not. It's just something, just some things, and just some things. I think the movie was kind of rushed. That's what I definitely just think and stuff like that. Because especially with Hades and stuff like that, which is basically the devil who rules over the underworld. I would say basically hell of itself and stuff like that. It's hell based off itself because because like when you're basically just basically going down there, it's just basically you see this guy, he's based on a boat, and means that he prohibits mortals not to go down there because he tells them not to do it because he doesn't want to be responsible because basically what happens to them because even though he makes a commitment, not like giving a man like money, like our kind of money, but giving him like different kind of money and stuff like that because that's just something like you just don't want to approach on and stuff like that. He seems like he doesn't really look all that amazing really that much. He may seem like he really actually is, but he really is not. He seems like he's kind of a little soft, just to compare when you base it from seeing based on seeing. So I think that was kind of like out of the character based really actually is. Now also talk about Groover is basically is Asitis or something like that. I think that's what he's called, Asitis or something that means that he's half goat and half human or something like that, or something like that. I don't know. I don't know. The designs of the movies they're okay. They're okay. But if I would have to give a review for this movie, I'd probably give it a 4 out of 10. I'm sorry. It just doesn't really look that great to me. It just really does not. I'm not saying I hate the film or anything like that. I'm just disappointed because that the film based on itself, it just doesn't seem to me basically of that character and just to see from right there. And so like I said for I don't hate the film or anything like that. The film it's okay, but it's not the best. But I'm sorry. I don't mean to do this because I just want to give the film a 4 out of 10. I'm sorry, that's just my opinion. I'm so sorry, So that's all I'm just saying. So yeah, um, tell me what you guys think of the movie. Do you guys agree with me some of the parts based on the movie, or do you guys think it was good? You guys think it was bad? So yeah, anyone since I like, I'll see you guys later. Take care. Hope you have one day. Don't forget to subscribe. Please consider subscribing. Please like and give me a thumbs up or give me a thumbs up. Excuse me, or give me a thumbs up, and please leave your comments below. And so I love you guys. Take care. Hope you have a wonderful day. Take care. God bless. Remember, I love you guys. Please safe and remember, stay blessed. Love you guys. Take care. Bye.